Spain's Valley of the Fallen, a vast monument dedicated to those who died in the Civil War, but only the memory of those who fought on the winning side. Built by the sweat of thousands of political prisoners, many of whom died during its construction. It's also testament to the man who led one of Europe's longest dictatorships, General Francisco Franco. Under the tight grip of his rule, torture, execution and disappearances were used as tools to smother political opposition. Now the United Nations is urging Spain to face up to its history and reconcile the abuses which took place at the time, a thorny issue which has never been dealt with by any government, mainly because of Spain's 1977 amnesty law, which pardoned crimes committed by the state during Franco's era.
There
should be a state policy, a comprehensive policy, that doesn't depend on the politics of the ruling party, because this is a matter of human rights.
For Emilio Silva, whose relatives were killed by Franco's forces, this is a welcome step.
The
state is looking the other way when it comes to the missing and also the stolen babies. For me personally, it's so important, yet I feel like a citizen with no rights when my own government refuses to help me.
The bustle of Madrid's Puerta del Sol, a major tourist area, much like New York's Times Square, hides an altogether grimmer history. For it's here at this local government building where those who dared to oppose the dictatorship were brought here to these underground cells and systematically tortured. Only recently had they tried to locate the bodies of the dead, buried in mass unmarked graves. And even then, it was only begun by private donors. It's also been the case with efforts to match the victims of the stolen babies scandal. The government has had minimal involvement. But time may be running out for those who've waited so long for justice. Whether there is the political will to acknowledge the UN's advice is another matter. Sonia Gallego, Al Jazeera, Madrid.